everyone. I'm Courtney Courtwright, and thank you so much for joining me for some feel-good news on 9 on the positive side. A new craze is in the Carolina area. A board game is showing up in stores called Waxopoly. It's a Monopoly-style game all about Waxhaw. Brett Baldeck has more on how this game was created.
Welcome to Waxhaw, a community of more than 15,000. Despite rapid growth, it still has a small town feel, but big enough to have its own board game.
I'm a part of a Facebook group called Buy Nothing Waxhaw, and somebody had bought about 10 of these games around Christmas and gifted them to people in the area, and everybody was like, this exists? This is really, really cool, and it's super unique.
Just like in town, you'll travel by the same roads on the board. You can always spot the water tank, so it's a stop along the way. Instead of going to jail, you'll run into a traffic jam. Businesses you can buy are actual places in the center of town.
First of all, for somebody to do a Monopoly board about our little town here is great. Then all of a sudden, oh cool, we're on it. That's really neat. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dream Chasers Brewery is one of the businesses featured. The people building this classic game with a local feel aren't local at all. They're based in Ohio, using the power of the internet to do research through the town website.
We go with try to stick around the points of interest just to make it a little bit less who's who in the game as much as you can.
And the who requested a Waxhaw version of Monopoly was the local Walmart.
Everybody has grown up playing a version of this type of game before. And why not it be about your hometown?
While hometowns can change with people coming and going, this version of Waxhaw will always stay the same.
It's still in the box then, but we're waiting for our granddaughter to get a little bit older and say, hey, that's Grandpa and Grandma's place there. So.
It is pretty cool, and that was Brett Baldeck reporting. He's only 9 years old and in the 3rd grade, but one boy in the Triangle got the chance to serve in local government. Take a look at John Bortman getting to be mayor for the day at City Hall in Chapel Hill. For almost 2 years, he's been recording newscasts and telling stories about the Chapel Hill community on a show he calls John News. When he reached out to the mayor for an interview, that's when she gave him the chance to be mayor for the day. And the first thing he did, signed a proclamation declaring Teacher Appreciation Day.
Well, it feels pretty good that I'm at City Hall and I'm getting to know what people do. But I'm glad that I'm mayor and I like meeting with all these people.
It is pretty neat. John also met with the city manager, the police and fire chiefs, and even interviewed them for a story for his show. He's done 91 newscasts since this pandemic started. And you're looking at something new in the town of Beulahville. This is a free little community pantry, and it's all thanks to the efforts of a 16-year-old Eagle Scout candidate called Nate Jones. Jones says he needed a scout project for his final rank, so he found a way to do that while giving back with support from the fire department, the town, East Duplin Christian Outreach, and Tar Heel Hardware. The 3 pantries are open for you to use.
I just thought it was a good way to give back and serve the others that may not be as fortunate and have as much as I do, so I thought that'd be a good reason.
They're accepting food donations at the fire department, the library, and town hall. We have pantry locations on our website, WNCT.com. A North Carolina artist sings while she paints, and her talent is getting attention. Chad Tucker visited with her and found her inspiration comes from the littlest of folks and from her musically talented grandfather, and you might even know his music.
I'm leaving you for the last time, baby. It was like, anyone can paint, you just gotta try. When I get to Warwick Avenue.
For Hannah Gaskins Pabon, music and art go hand in hand.
You think you're loving, but you don't love me. Like, kind of like loosens me up, that I can just sing whatever and not worry about it. Baby, you hurt me.
She started painting in high school.
I started creating art that had a voice that I was like, this is what I want to talk about. This is important to me. And I'm brokenhearted.
But music has always been there.
My grandpa was a musician.
And you know his work. Puerto Rican-born musician Tony Pabon.
I knew him, I knew him very well.
Whose influence gave birth to the 1960s Latin craze known as Boogaloo.
He never liked to play his music or talk about his music, but of course we all were like, oh, but this is like our claim to fame, you know?
But music and that family heritage.
I do feel connected to him in that way, because it's just kind of like an artistry that is past the strong.
And that artistry helps give her art a voice, which she often shares on Instagram.
Because it's hard to feel something and right away just go to a painting.
Her work reflects current issues and strong women. But as a preschool teacher, it's her students, along with the music, that inspires her.
They see the world in these fresh eyes, and so I find inspiration from them as well.
Fresh eyes and voice in a world of endless possibilities.
But I won't shed a tear.
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I'm Chad Tucker.
And you can find more of her work and how to contact her on Instagram. Just search for Art by Hannah Elise. Now let's go out of this world. UNC professor Jim Kitchen is back home in the Triangle after launching into space on board a Blue Origin rocket. Kitchen has always dreamed of being an astronaut and can't believe he actually went to space. The footage is really cool. After intense acceleration, he described the 3 minutes the crew spent weightless as life-changing. He used that time to also show support for Ukraine.
Having traveled the world and then to be able to see this beautiful borderless planet from space, that was moving. It was emotional. And then I let the American and Ukrainian flags go, and they were suspended in space. It was really a powerful moment.
He also brought a UNC basketball signed by Michael Jordan and Dean Smith. He says he's been an adventurer his whole life, and he truly did not have any fear leading up to or during the flight, if you can believe that. Ahead on 9 on the positive side, a love song intended to be for one has caught the attention and hearts of millions. And a little later,
it's a place where you can help people stay safe and stuff.
Tie-dyeing with a purpose, one 6-year-old's mission to give back and get something for himself when he's older. Over the past few weeks in our Remarkable Women series, we've shown you local women making big impacts, whether it's fighting to end hunger or helping people find their purpose. These women have gone above and beyond for their communities. Angie Casada sat down with this year's winner, Carolyn Dawson, to learn more about what it means to be remarkable.
This former public school employee.
I love kids. If I could take a kid, if they be attentive, and in a month he's reading.
Taking her passion for teaching.
If you make learning fun, the kids are just like piranhas. That's what I call them. I call them little piranhas because they eat up everything you give them.
Feeding knowledge and lending an ear to all who need it.
I'm so honored and privileged to announce our 2022 Remarkable Woman, Miss Carolyn Dawson, a Kinston native. And Miss Carolyn Dawson, we want to give you this amazing plaque for an amazing woman on behalf of WNCT and Nexstar. You deserve it. After hearing your story and everything that you've been through and everything that you've accomplished, it's well deserved.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to have been a participant, and I'm honored to be the winner.
Hearing your story and reading what Ms. Courtney Courtwright was able to just cover with you, how does it feel to receive an award and be recognized?
It feels remarkable. It really does. I'm still venturing out, figuring out things to do and things to get accomplished in the community. And normally I'm active in the city council. I'm there. I haven't been there this year though, but I'm just honored. It's an honor, but I'm humble. I'm humbled to have received this award.
Absolutely. And when I was reading and watching your story, one thing that stood out to me the most is what would you say your son and your late husband, how would they feel about this award of you being recognized?
They would be excited, especially, that was my baby boy, especially he would be right here with me. And he would want to know every detail and everything, and how did it go, and how did it come about, and everything. He was very inquisitive, so they would be extra glad for me.
Any words that you would just like to encourage the women out there if they would like to pursue, you know, the career and just the footsteps that you've done when it comes to just making a change and leaving an impact in their city?
Yes, I would love to say that what they can do, if you put God first and humble yourself, be concerned about your surroundings and especially your community. There's always something that you can do to better where you are. And just put your best foot forward, strive and do your research and see what needs to be done, and just go about doing it.
Awesome.
That's what I would say.
Well, again, our 2022 remarkable woman, Miss Carolyn Dawson, right out of Kinston, North Carolina. Back to you guys.
And Miss Dawson also wants to encourage people to write a vision, make it plain, and follow a plan. Our National Remarkable Women Special is premiering Sunday, April 10th at 11:30 right on WNCT. Until then, you can head over to our website, WNCT.com, and click the On Your Side tab to learn how these women are inspiring, leading, and forging the way for others across the East.
When I was 7, I learned about Teslas, and some Teslas can go autopilot, and some of the doors goes up.
When 8-year-old Uzziah Smith Bashire told his parents he wanted a Tesla, they never imagined a book would come out of it. With his parents' help, he's telling the story of how he wants to save up for and invest to buy a Tesla one day. The book title comes from his obsession with the car brand Tesla. Now he's seeing all the hard work come together with a book launch.
So very proud. He stuck to what he wanted to do, and he just ran with it. And that's all I want for him. Know whatever you want in life, that you are able to get. You stick to it, and you can do anything.
I think that's some great advice to follow. If you'd like your own copy, it's available on websites, including Amazon.
You never seem to know that I love you so.
A song from decades ago turned new next on 9 on the positive side. What's making this love still go strong? Welcome back. Maybe you saw this year's Grammy Awards and heard plenty of love songs, but none of them can top the one Steve Hartman found on the road.
I remember that.
It's been 61 years of wedded bliss. But Mort and Susan Block of Kennett Square, Pennsylvania say they're meant to be. Almost never was.
Right.
Not because of Mort. He knew he wanted to marry her from day one.
It was just like that. It was instant for me.
But Susan, not so much.
I didn't have any grandiose feelings that it was going to go anywhere.
To complicate matters, Mort was a sailor. And after that first date, he headed out to sea, where, on the bridge of the destroyer Hazelwood, he wrote a song for Susan.
And my feelings were, I miss you more each day, since you've gone away.
The song was called My Love, and it worked its magic.
My love. And then it went in a drawer, and it stayed there. Enter my grandson.
Then I was like, oh, what's that?
Matt Block saw the sheet music and shared it with some friends.
Everyone was like, damn, this is a hit. This is great.
Matt works in the music industry, so he was able to gather some of the best studio musicians in the country. And together, they took that dusty old love song and made it sing.
You never seem to know that I love you so.
Mort's love song, originally intended for an audience of one, has now been played more than 1 million times on social media.
I was floored.
Running up and down the hall. It was unbelievable.
And that is just the beginning. This fall, Mort Block, now 82, will grace the cover of an album featuring My Love and other collaborations. Perhaps a Grammy next year. But for Mort and Susan, like couples everywhere,
cheers.
The song of the year will always be their song.
Through our joy and our tears, my love.
Steve Hartman, On the Road, in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania.
Aren't they the sweetest? A 6-year-old's mission to help those in need. Next on 9 on the positive side, more on Tuka's tie-dyeing business. Most kids get their first job in high school, but one first grader is earning money with a business he started all on his own, and he's giving back too. Alyssa Royster has more.
This one is Vista Target. Bullseye.
There's Gucci, there's Prada, and then there's tie-dye by Tuka.
My name is Tuka. I am 6 years old.
The designer may be little,
You gotta still get through the shirt, so you gotta put on a lot.
but he's got some big plans.
We're halfway there.
A full-time first grader, Monday through Friday.
I had to make sure everything, yep.
Tuka is a busy boy once the weekend rolls around.
We don't do them when I get back home from school since my mom has to work all day.
He's making tie-dye shirts and selling them, and business has been booming.
If you miss a spot, it really doesn't matter.
So what is a 6-year-old doing with all that money?
I'm mostly giving away most of the money for charity, but the rest of the money I'm saving up for a $2,000 Lamborghini. It's gonna look like a normal Lamborghini, but green.
According to Mr. Piggy,
I had 320.
For the Lambo. And as for what he gave to charity,
375.
To the nonprofit Your Safe Haven Inc.
It's a place where you can help people stay safe and stuff.
Now, every donation that we receive is amazing, whether it's 10 cents or $375 or more. But the fact that a child at such an early age is thinking in such a giving way, he's going to do a lot of good.
Hawthorne calls Tuka a giving soul, as little Tuka not only leaves a stain on his tie-dye shirts,
this is yours,
but also an imprint on the hearts around him.
Gosh, thank you. Can I have a hug? Thank you so much. I love it.
For WTAJ News, I'm Alyssa Royster.
Tuka sure is amazing. And now we have one last thing for you to check out. An elephant playing around in the water. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching 9 on the Positive Side.